Hello, dudes.
I'm looking for my dog.
What's that got to do with me? Everyone's looking for something.
I think my dog joined a pack of wild animals. I found a mauled deer near the spot he got lost.
Now that you mention that wolf pack, I've got it in for them. And I'm not the only one. They've been wreaking havoc around Simine, chasing after game. It's driving old Lord Simine mad. But you're telling me an ordinary mutt joined up with them?
I'll have to go and verify it. Thanks.
Folks say they're always prowling up in the woods and rocks above the pond in the evenings. If you want to find them, try looking around there before dusk.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Greeting.
Well then, does the best forester in the land have some problems I could help him with?
Harry, you buffoon. I'm not the bam in these parts, though, because I'm the only one here. Well, apart from...
So you don't have any problems?
As it happens, recently my supplies have been running out quickly. And you know how much I like a drink when I'm taking a break.
I don't, actually. I thought the time you spent up that tree was an exception.
On the contrary. So, I need to top up. Run along to Troskovitz for a bottle or two for me. Take this coin here.
And what would you like to drink, gamekeeper of Ostatek?
I call it the poacher's hideout. Mix a goblet of mead with wine, add a bit of saffron.
I've never heard of this poacher's hideout brew before.
Hold on! Poachers! They think they can turn the woods into their own, but they won't get the better of me. What's more, I'll give you a decent reward for getting...
That sounds better.
Aye, so I don't forget. Hand back the coin I gave you for the booze.
Of course. Sorry. Here you are.
Well, are you gonna do it?
I'll help you with the poachers. The hunters will become the prey.
That's the stuff they should be.
Tell me where I can find the poachers then. So I...
Hold your horses! I want them alive, not hacked to pieces. So don't butcher them.
I wasn't planning on killing them, you know.
Glad to hear it. You'd be surprised how many hotheads have offered to do I've had enough of hearing, "They're all dead, Vostatek." And then finding out the smart arse spent the whole day in the So if you do kill a poacher, I want proof.
Would you like an ear? Or maybe I should cut off a trophy pouch?
Ideally, some items only poaching scum have. Tools of the no bringing me a hair from the tanner and claiming you found it on a... Anyone could say it. Look, let's get to the point. We have to focus on Rock Tower Pond and the forests around it. That's where game...
Can I count on your help?
Ha, you bet. We'll divide it up into patches.
Patches?
I'll take the area around the gamekeeper's lodge. Maybe some poachers get the idea it's darkest and my helpers will search the smaller woods. And you take, with those young legs of yours, you'll comb the forest nice and quick.
Aye, right. That's the best idea you could come up with, eh?
Aye, Henry.
Where should I look?
I already told you. Try looking around to the west. It's easy to... Other one. And...
I don't have the best... We made camp...
So you can be reminiscent. Have a swim. I don't know why...
Let's say I go into the forest and come across some bloke. What then?
The main thing is to make sure he really is the poacher. We'd have some explaining to do if you accused an innocent man.
That shouldn't be too hard.
That's no way to go about it. The Rock Tower, he tends to spend the day holed up. Only coming, he probably knows I like to sleep in and spend my evenings having a drink.
So the best thing would be to catch him in his camp?
Aye. He'll have dead animals, hides, bones, meat. Them poachers have also started using signs to mark their... They bend a branch of some pine, but what's the point of describing them? They're at my cottage, next to the outhouse.
Where should I take the poacher? To you?
To the Troskovitz bailiff. Look, I'll send him a message so he knows it would be just like him.
Well, you could go with me.
And leave the lodge on... Not to mention that.
I understand. I'll be off then.
Good luck. I hope you give... Or is it full?
You can count on me. Where can I sleep?
You can stay in the stable next to...
I'd like you to teach...
Sure, why not? What do you want to know?
Good day.
I hear you have some problems with wolves.
You can say that again. Those fucking mangy beasts are eating my sheep. They take them like...
Did you notice an ordinary mutt amongst those wolves?
You know, there might have been. I didn't get a close look at them, but one seemed to be smaller and...
That could have been mutt.
If I understand you, you're looking for your dog and think he might be with those wolves, right?
That's right. I'll have to find that pack to see if it's him.
I'll say, since you're already going after that pack, would you mind doing a good deed? If you kill those furry fuckers, they'll...
Why not?
That's great.
I hope so.
I was grazing my sheep up on the slope last time. I don't take my sheep there anymore. But those fuckers still go...
So we'll bring your flock up there again and wait and see if they come.
Are you fucking mad? I don't want to lose any more sheep.
Not even one single sheep?
Well, I could lend you Ignatius. He's the stupidest rat.
What do you mean? Can he do somersaults? Does he know how to count?
That'll be all I need. When I want him to move, he sits still. When I want him to sit still, he fucks off to where I can't find him.
I know people like that.
Right. But you can tell a person to fuck off. But when it's a sheep, you're wasting your breath.
So I'll take Ignatius and use him as bait.
Right. But he's so stupid he's smart. I'm certain he'll come back.
All right. I'll take Ignatius and go and have a look around that forked birch. Will he...
That bugger will follow you himself. Just wave a carrot in front of his face. He's mad for carrots. I can't even count the times he's rammed his way into my house to get some. I happen to have one here. If you take it with you, he'll follow you. When you get to the pasture, just throw the carrot and then go and hide. Ignatius will...
Where can I hide there?
There's a thicket across the road. But don't worry. But you'll hear them from far away as they get... See you soon, my friend.
How are you, Ignatius? Sorry. I thought now that we're partners, you'd be a bit more talkative. Do you want to go back home? You must be afraid. Mike, you aren't afraid of anything. I respect that. Why do they call you Ignatius? All right. Keep it to yourself. Don't you think we've been chatting long enough? I'm glad. Let's go and get this over with. Forked birch. I think I've found the spot. Well, Ignatius, I'll put your snack right here. Now, come and eat it up. Once you see a wolf, just out loud. and then run away. All right? I'll be hiding in the bushes, and we'll jump out to save you in time. Heel. Lie down. Right. You won't do anything without a carrot. Heel. Lie down. Right. You won't do anything without a carrot.
Bana. Biliyorum, dakikası yok. Daha nereye gitti?
Praise God.
I'm back because of those wolves of yours.
Ah, I'm glad to see you alive and healthy. How did it...
It went well. They won't bother.
Did you kill them all?
Aye. All of them. Although one might.
A single wolf can't do much damage. So,
I didn't find my dog among them.
did you try to ask our gamekeeper? He might be a drunk, but he'd probably notice a stray dog in the woods. He doesn't live far away.
I wanted to tell you something about Ignatius.
Did something happen to him?
How should I put this?
Poor creature.
It was quick.
At least it was fast. Take care.
What a nice maypole. It'd be a shame if something...
What?
Nothing.
I'll say. The best in the...
No.
Because it's the only one. We topple the one in Jellyov. They never saw it coming. Nobody gets the better of us. I don't think they're going to try anything after that beating even if they do. Henny will... See you later.
You have a beautiful maypole. Does that mean...
Aye, we're doing pretty well. And our fellas guard that maypole.
But if they're guarding it, who's doing the other work?
That's why they take turns. Our El Sheik was guarding it not long. At least he doesn't have the time to...
Do you know Hanyuk at all?
He started going out. In short, he's not...
Why?
I don't want him whisking Manka away. His parents came here They had 3 sons, Hanyik being the youngest.
I haven't.
Well, you couldn't have met them, even if you wanted. Both of them left.
The apple doesn't fall far...
I'm telling you, one of these days, he's going to pack up and disappear. And I don't want him taking our Manka along. He doesn't like folks. He's even got into fights over it. Just mentioning it is enough for him to... You should try that on him.
Is Al Sheik your...
Aye, he's our boy. Ask him about it if...
I'll have a look at your wear. I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Do we have a deal?
We're nearly there. Aye, that sum will convince me. God be with you.
Your local church, quick, before Sigismund's soldiers seize it or torch it.
What are we going
The Lord be with you.
No, that's too much.
time again.
That's a beautiful maypole you have there. You don't see that
They sure do. Them Geliovites. Why are you so interested?
I know from experience how hard it is to guard a maypole like that. I used to stand guard myself.
Well, there you go. Then I'm sure you know what it's like to be envied by everyone around. And if someone had bad intentions, Yeek would show them how we do things here in Tachoff. That's the one thing he's good for.
I wanted to ask about Hen.
What about him?
Did he do something to you?
Aye, I'm not. I'm afraid he'll mess with it.
Where did they go?
What do I know? I wouldn't mind if...
You're not the first.
I reckon Voig...
That shepherd.
Aye, that's my boy. But now it's...
That shepherd.
Aye, but now it's...
Listen, Prochek. Those Geliovites are plotting.
What?
Old Olbram offered me some groschen to
Damn it! That bitter old fool just... As if it wasn't enough. It's a tradition. But for him to say...
Hey, this bloody out...
Aye, he did. And we value honesty here.
Thanks. I see the people from Takov are honest too.
That we are. Speaking of which, I reckon it would be fair to repay Olbram in kind. Let me know if you're interested. I came up with a nice...
So what should I do?
Listen up then. Old Olbram. Obviously, he's very proud. Now we. Simple, right?
Painting a bull.
Right. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any. And after that, try asking if you pour it in the book. But watch out.
All right then.
And remember.
Right. So I need paint, sleeping potions, and to not get caught. Why do you and the Zhelyov lot hate each other so much, anyway?
It's their fault. They keep playing tricks on us. Olbram's the worst. He's the one that's...
What pasture did they steal?
The one that stretches from the...
And how did they take it from you? You can't...
Save the jokes, will you? There's a tree down by the gamekeeper. My father... But then fucking Olbram came.
Well...
Do you think we haven't tried? Year after year. And when the Geliev... We managed to...
Have you tried asking Lord von...
Of course. But he'd have none of it. He said it's up to the Trotskovitz bailiff. But the bailiff could...
And how did they take it from you?
Save the jokes. There's a tree. My father. But then fuck...
Well... What's new around here?
You should pay a visit to Old... He could tell you all... And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance. Move along, you vagabond. What would you like, friend?
Show me. I'd like to discuss the
All right, I'm listening.
we have a deal?
That's not enough. No deal then. I'm done haggling with... Thank you, and take care.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three...
Good day to you.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of...
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got that? Bughead.
I'm sorry, Stenyak.
Pleased to meet you. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so but it's a lot.
To your health, my friend.
Thank you very much. I knew you wouldn't leave me high and dry. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something.
Hold up, innkeeper.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. One day, at the height of summer, but as he was leaning over in haste, he pulled out...
Good God. I'd grab that without a second.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He searched the pond again.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave. You're a righteous Matthias, not Kuba, however. He ran as far, so he tried again. Enraged, but the water... So... Well,
All was as it should have been.
I don't think so. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brothers, but the path he stopped, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't his brothers, so he started with the last of his... There, he buried his final act. The locals have had no deed, and when you walk by...
That was a very nice...
Story? What story? It's the...
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe, then?
Because it brings misfortune. Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the... But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my... Farewell.
Hey! Where's that beer?
I'm sorry.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer?
Greetings.
God be with you.
Innkeeper, a beer!
Praise the Lord.
What are you here for?
What would you like?
Careful! What'll it be, you bum?
Show me your wares.
Nothing suits your fancy, eh?
bless you.
Thank you kindly, and come again, friend.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Project said you might know something.
Well, it's true. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days, but the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you'd...
No, I don't want it just for the sake of it. I need to use it against the Zhelyov lot.
So, Project and Olbram are at it again. Blockheads, both of them. And the place was just getting really... Well, what the hell. Maybe if I help you out, they'll start trading punches sooner. Pay up, and I'll tell you the secret.
Thank you.
So, did you want...
Wouldn't you tell a fellow blacksmith? My dad was a swordsmith, and I used to help him a lot.
But you didn't pay much attention, did you now? Otherwise, you'd know the recipe by now, and you wouldn't be asked...
All right. I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last 2 hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone.
Yeah. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged...
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of... As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a sword...
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil, and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellow. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Oh, Jesus, it has to be even! Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. Move it. You're standing there like a fence post. You call this working? It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. forged to a river mill. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job. It's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up. And it rings out with a different sound.
What's the right way to heat up the work?
Do it till it turns the color. The main thing, but don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same, but jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea. The best thing to do is aim each strike.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks.
You can sleep, and of course, you can use the forge anytime you... Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items off?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow, and you can put your things in the chest there.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And you can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you...
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about...
All right. Aye, you're convinced. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
There's a couple more...
Ask away.
Thanks.
Excuse me?
Greetings to you.